Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to part 7 of my full platinum walkthrough for Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. Right, we're doing two areas but they're very similar, they sort of lead on to one another, so we're going to be doing both of those in this video. That is Harvest Valley first and then Earthen Peak, which is the actual title of the video. That's where the main boss of the area is. Harvest Valley is very quick and that's what we're going to do first, the poison pool. Yes, there is lots of poison around, but your resistance should be kind of high enough, so you should be alright. I'll just kind of show you here how poison pools work. You walk through it and you will see that the green goes down on the sort of legs and that there, and the poison bar goes up. So it's almost like a timer, so you can tell when the bar is going to run out as the green wears off your legs. That is how poison pools work, the liquid form of poison, which is in jars and pools and things like that. And then you also have the gas type of poison, which is this stuff, and this just builds the bar up. There's no, as soon as you leave it, it stops. So I'm just going to actually run through all of this. There is a bonfire really close, so we can just go back and get the Estus flasks back. So I'm just going to run through this and pick all these items up. As you can see, there's a lot in that top corner. There is a lot. Poison. Don't worry if you get poisoned. You can see I'm poisoned right now. It's pretty quick that it's going down, but it's also manageable. Just run around collecting everything. The only dangerous enemy in this area is the big guy, and he doesn't really wake up until you get close to him, or aggro should I say, until you get close to him. So just run around, kill the little skeletons and the crawling things, whatever they are. Yeah, just pick everything up. The most important things here are the Titanite chunks and probably the Titanite shards. Fading souls and things like that aren't particularly interesting at all, or useful even. So just keep an eye on your life bar, and when it gets kind of low, obviously just take an Estus. Like I said, there's a bonfire really close that we just left, and there's also one really close once we leave and go on to the next part of this area. So, yeah, don't worry about using all of your Estus. Just keep using them. Just, obviously, don't die. Don't try and save them. There's no need to. These guys hurt a lot. So they have that dark explosion. That has a massive AoE. You do not want to be on the receiving end. You don't even want to be close to that attack. You can't really dodge through it reliably. It has such a big range. So, straight circle round the enemy underneath his sort of casting arm, so his right arm, and you'll be fine. It will never hit you if you do that. So they are a lot more intimidating than they actually look. But yeah, there we go. That's this main pool sorted out. We've got everything there. Running out of Estus here, but don't worry. Grab this. This is an important bit here, the Fragrant branch of Yore. We do need quite a few of those. They're those key things that unpetrify the stone people. Basically a key. Here's Gavlan again. You may remember him from No Man's Wharf. He sells some poison stuff, and yeah, he's arrows and things like that, and then obviously you can sell stuff to him, but we don't want to do any of that. So just kind of, if you want some poison stuff, arrows and stuff like that, then go for it. If not, we'll just leave him. Raw stone converts weapons to raw. Raw scales very well off strength, but has no other benefits to it. So, yeah, I won't be using a raw weapon. The only weapon I will be using is this fire longsword until I get my next weapon, which is going to be the butcher's knife. I was still there. No, the butcher's knife. It's not the best weapon in the game by a long stretch, but it's a quick axe, which is also a strength-based weapon, and you get health back from every hit. Not every kill, but every hit. I just like it. It is quite frail, brittle almost. You will need to carry repair powder around and sort of manage that. But I like it. It's nice and quick. Has a long reach on it as well, and it can be easily wielded with one hand. You don't have to go two-handed. Right, these pyromancers may seem kind of trivial when you just kind of look at them. They're just throwing fire at you like that, which is fine. That's not too bad, that one. You can see it doesn't do too much damage. But when you run up on them, be aware that they may do a flame attack that is really, it's a short range one that can one-shot you, even with a lot of life. They do watch out for them. If they do that attack that's happening right now, you can just run underneath it, go straight for them. There is a little bit of a gap in their attacks, but they have 3 They have that sort of burst one that you can see them doing now. They have another one that you saw before, that there's a single ball just comes out and then explodes. Obviously you can walk past that one and go straight past them. Or they do a really short range attack. Yes, be aware for that one. So watch out for the gaps and then go for them. So I've hit that switch and then come to this bonfire. These jars you're going to see a lot have poison in them. Whatever you do, don't roll through liquid poison. I should have mentioned that before. It will cover you more so, and it will take longer to wear off. So yes, don't roll through poison pools or poison jars. These three crystal lizards, you'll have plenty of chance to go for them because you can sit at that bonfire and then they'll spawn back in. This area is dangerous. This is no joke, this place. 4 of these guys, just don't take them on. There's no way you'll be able to take all 4 of these on and survive. So you can take a look in the top corner and see what we have here. We have large Titanite shards, life gems, large souls, radiant life gems, Skeptic spice, Simpleton spice, green blossom, Titanite shards, Petrified Something. Nothing of it is particularly of interest, particularly important. There's nothing you need to come in here for. So if you are worried about dying, then just don't. I wouldn't blame you if you don't. So it's a case of just running them round in circles and picking the items up if you do want to do this. There is no a decent way to separate them either. They do follow each other in a line. They do have long range attacks. They're sickles they can hit from quite far away. Look at them. So just run around Benny Hill style. Smash these things open and grab them. And just get the hell out. Oh no, he's got me. Just a little guy there as well. So this is actually the way out. This one here. And that's going to lead us back round to where those crystal lizards were. And I'm going to just go and run back to that bonfire and sit at it. And then get the crystal lizards to come back. 2 of the crystal lizards are very easy to get. The one that I got at the start and then the one that goes off to the left hand side. There is the one in the middle. If you're lucky, it will sort of run off to the left slightly, but most of the time it will just run straight ahead and fall down a hole into a poison pit. It doesn't matter if you don't get it. I don't get it. I'm trying to head it off here and see if I can force it round, but it was having none of it. So I'll go for this one instead. Don't worry if you don't get it. It's one of each of those things there that you just saw. Large Titanite, Titanite shard, pale stone. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. I'm not going to get it, so we'll be at the same point. This guy here is one of those ones with the big attacks. What you want to do is get him to follow. No, come this way. Don't kill him. What you want to do is get him to follow you and hit this. No. There's a wooden board behind me. This takes a moment. You have to bear with me. There's a wooden board behind me. Usually comes really close to that other wooden structure behind him there. But he's not doing it this time. Always have your shield up just in case. Don't try and roll through it. It will still get you. Just have your shield up. If it hits your shield, it will still hurt quite a lot, but it won't kill you. So I'm trying to get him to come round. He's having none of it at all. So I'm just going to have to stand in front and try and dodge it. And I did manage to dodge it there just. But usually he will sort of come up to the wooden thing. Just make sure he's not following. Grab these things. So we've got an Old Knight Pike, Greatshield, Soul of Lost Dead. Torches and smooth silky stone. I will show you where to cash those in. I did show you right at the start the crow's nest in things betwixt, where you can trade in petrified something and the silk and smooth stones, basically. Silk and smoothie stone, whatever. No, that was completely wrong. No, trade them in. I will do that shortly. When we've got quite a few of them, you can go and do it whenever you like. In things betwixt, we did knock that ladder down, so you can just run up to the nest, drop the item, do not discard it, leave it. The option, it says leave, don't discard it because you will just lose the item. And then we're going to drop down here, get a poison stone, which allows us to make poison weapons or imbue it with poison. In this now, you cannot see a goddamn thing. There should be markers on the floor if you're playing online. If not, just run straight forward. Ignore the skeleton. I fell off the ladder again then for some reason. Ignore the skeleton and just run for it, and you'll be back out here next to the bonfire. And we're just going to try and reset it so we can get the crystal lizard one more time, but it does not work. There's no way to reliably herd them. So it's just going to run straight forward. I have had it where it runs slightly off to the left, but no. I'm not going down there. Again, you will. It's the same place I just was. You'll get lost. You can't see a thing. There's nothing particularly interesting down there. So we've got 2 of these guys next to each other now. This is very dangerous. Very, very, very dangerous. You can die very easily here. So I'm just going to run back. This is the most important thing you need to grab here, along with a spell on the right hand side. So it's a Titanite Slab, which allows you to fully upgrade a weapon. We do already have a Titanite Slab, but having more than one, being able to upgrade more than one weapon is always a good thing. Yeah, we're going to clear this poison pit out, or try to. Well, I do. Hopefully you can as well without dying too many times. It can be very annoying. So if you are in human form, maybe make a backup save before trying this, because you can die very, very easily. Because there are 2 of them. If they do 2 of those attacks and they both hit you, you're gone. You're done. Plus the poison, the chances are you will be poisoned. So what I'm trying to do is kind of separate them. Bring one down here, and yeah, get the other one this way slightly. So I'm going to run in here. This is where you would come out from the poison pit as well, where that crystal lizard fell down. So I'm just going to grab these and try and separate them a bit. If you can separate them, which they are now, just going to check. So you've also got that fire coming down from the top. There's nothing you can do about that at this point. So I'm just going to let this poison wear off a bit, and then we're going to go and try and kill them. So they have slightly separated, and now they're not. So I'm just going to go for it. The whole circle tactic does still work. So if you can get them to attack separately. Now that one's backing off, so I'm actually safe. So I didn't need to. But if you attack them separately, so one's going to attack, so you can circle around it, attack it, and then switch to the other one and circle around it and attack it, and just try and avoid the orbs. But they are one on one. They are very, very easy to take care of. But more than one, it can be a problem. So at this point now, they are both dead. So you are clear. Once they're both dead, they're fine. Then just do this the poison management. There is a Poisonbite ring, which we will get shortly, which helps with poison resistance. That's the most important thing as well, is Chameleon there. That's sorcery. We need that for the sorcery trophy. That is also the other important thing. If you just drop down and try and grab it, they will both probably fire one of those orbs at you and kill you. So that's why I didn't just recommend you do that. Of course, you can try that if you want. But yes, there is a Poisonbite ring we're going to get very shortly. If you want to wait for that, then you can go and get that and do it that way. But poison's not too bad because we are right next to a bonfire, so we can just go and heal through it and then just run back, go get our Estus, which I'm doing now, and continue on, which is what we're going to do. And now we're just going to get a trophy as well. Brilliant Covenant and Praise the Sun. Good old Praise the Sun. One last time. No. Praise the Sun. I'm sure you all know that gesture. It's one of the more famous ones. These guys are really easy, these ones with a big hammer, but for some reason I have a bit of trouble with him. I don't know why. Yeah, did not roll out the way there at all. Usually you can just strafe behind them. And yeah, he's tracking me quite well there. It's not working at all. I'm just going to go for it, but failed. There we go. Weirdly, there's the fire hardly seems to hit me. On harder difficulties, on New Game Plus, it always seems to hit you. But on this one, it never seems to. So go across the pit, run down here, and you're going to see an altar. This is the Brilliant Covenant. So join it for now. This is one of the covenants we need to fully upgrade to get a miracle. This is one of the farming things we need. 30 sunlight medals. Now you can get sunlight medals by helping other people online in bosses, which we can't really do because it's not that active, this game, anymore. Of course you can try and do that. Obviously learn the gesture there, make sure you do that. Another way is to farm falconers, which is what the enemy that I'm dressed as. We haven't got to the farming spot yet, but that is the way I'm going to do it myself, and I'm going to recommend you do it as well. It can take a while, a good couple of hours. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it. but we do need 30 sunlight medals. That is quite a lot. So yeah, we'll show you later where to get it, but that's where you would bring them back to. So that big guy, so I ran away from him there. He's died there. He poisoned himself by walking through these jars. There is supposed to be another one directly ahead of me now, but I didn't actually realise he was hiding. He was that was pretty cool, actually, hiding behind the doorway like that. I was not expecting him. Usually he just walks through the jars and poisons himself like the other guy did, but he did not this time. So yeah, don't go rolling through the jars. That's the worst thing you can do, really. Now we're going to go and get the Poisonbite ring. These guys, the ones with the shield, aren't too bad. These headless kind of rogue types. It's the ones who have the double claws that you saw before. They can be very dangerous, especially if there's two of them. I do actually die in this video to them because of a stupid mistake. So yeah, I'll show you that later. They have a combo that really does mess you up. So I'm actually going to use this Pharros Lockstone here. If you're not bothered about the Poisonbite ring, then obviously you don't need to do this. But if you want more poison resistance, you can come in here and grab that and go back and do anything you want to do in those pits. And then we have Lucatiel, so speak to her. There's no boss for her, coming up for her, no summon for her, but if you speak to her now, she's going to give you the Ring of Steel Protection, which is a very good ring, and we're going to put it on. It helps with physical damage reduction. You'll see it's actually the +1 version of the ring as well. Exhaust her dialogue, as usual, any NPC exhaust her dialogue. It's the +1 version of the ring, so it's actually better than the base version. You'll see that there are different types of versions, +1, +2. I'm not sure if it goes to +3 in this game. I don't remember any +3. I don't think it is. I think that's just Dark Souls 3. No. Yeah. No, there may be in the DLC. We do have to go in the DLC as well, unfortunately. For the Platinum of Scholar of First Sin Edition, we do need to go in each DLC. So I've just put the ring on there, by the way. Yeah, so the DLC I'm not going to do fully. We do not need to fully do the DLC, apart from the Iron King one, unfortunately. The other two, we can just kind of run in, get the spells that we need and leave. Unfortunately, the Platinum, the spell trophies are tied to the DLC. So, we do need to go in, but we will just be going in, getting what we need and leaving. But obviously, if you want to do the whole DLC, that's up to you. So I'm going to draw him out. The reason I drew him out was there is a Pyromancer up above me right now. So if you fight the big guy there, chances are you will get hit. Just run past these guys. They are poison. They'll do a poison cloud. So you're going to see me try and bait an attack for the... So that's an attack you can run in. Bait the attack and then go in. Don't just run in, because you will do the short range attack, which can just kill you straight up. So always be cautious with these ones. If they're not attacking, don't worry about it. You'll see a little jump across there. I'm not going to go there and do it. It's just a crossbow. The heavy crossbow's there. So if you want to go run, jump, you'll have to do it from here and try and angle yourself so you sort of jump through the gate. I'm not going to do it. It's just the heavy crossbow, which I don't ever use. I'll use a bow and arrow. Crossbows you can't really aim as well. Watch out for this rogue here. And then obviously don't... The big pots will instantly poison you. I wouldn't even bother coming in here, to be honest. But I suppose it's a good way to show you these sort of poison. They look a bit like ants, a bit big ant insect things. They do poison clouds, which you can see. They do actually do a fair amount of physical damage as well if they jump at you, which it's going to do there. We are actually in Earthen Peak now, by the way. Harvest Valley is done. So if a trap happens like that with a crossbow, jump it at an angle and then just straight away put your shield up and aim towards it. Yeah, do watch out. It's literally just a torch. That was it. That was it. Not even worth it. So we're going to go and do a boss now. Covetous Demon. This is kind of the joke boss of the game, if you will. It's basically Jabba the Hutt, and it just does big splashy attacks like that. I do actually take some damage, which is quite embarrassing, from this one here. So it does like a claw attack. If you stay behind it, it'll start swinging its tail around, and it'll just mainly do lunges like that and try... I got hit by that. I can't believe it. and swing with its arm, which you're going to see it doing a lot there. So if you just stick to its side again and hope it doesn't do the one on the side you're on, and you can just go in and attack. So it's doing all the opposite sides, which I'm on now. And it's just, yeah. It also does a roll. Sometimes it'll try and roll on top of you if you stick to its side. If it does that, just back away. It is a double roll, so it'll roll once and then it'll roll again. But there is a pause, quite a long pause in between, so it's kind of baiting you to come towards it again. Just wait for it to do 2 rolls and then go on and attack it again. And that's it. I mean, you can see why it's a bit of a joke boss, really. Yeah, I can't believe I took damage from it. Right, we're just going to go away. We should have quite a few souls, so I might as well go and do some leveling. And that's what we're going to do. So what level are we at now? 70 to 71. So yeah, you can see the levels. We are very high. We're not even halfway through the game yet, and we're at level 72 or so, maybe 73. Yeah, you can see a lot of levels later on just kind of wasted. I'm putting it into strength here. And that's all we need now, really, for when we get our new weapon, or the weapon I'm going to choose. Obviously, if you're doing a completely different build, that's up to you. You upgrade whatever you need. And I'm just going to go back over to Macduff's. I've got a few. We've got those chunks earlier on in the poison pit, so we can actually upgrade the weapon that I'm using further now. So you can actually see we can take it up to +7. The weapon I'm going to get later on, the Butcher's Knife, does not use Titanite to level up. It uses Dragon Bone. So I have been finding that, and I'm not bothered about doing a +10 on this one. I've got, again, of course, it's completely up to you, whatever you want to use, upgrade, armor, whatever. I'm going to reinforce this armor because I've got the shards. So that's the only reason. Again, I will be switching armor later on for the Pharrom armor. It is heavier, so I will need to start putting points into vitality. Sorry, vitality. It's the Pharrom armor. I just think it looks the best. It's literally down to which one you think looks the best or you want to wear. I like the Pharrom armor. I've got the statue of it in my room here, so that's why I want it. And back we go, back to Earthen Peak. So lots of poison. It's not as much as before. We are actually in a building here, but lots of poison jars everywhere. So, and these guys will jump out from places, a lot of places, so be aware of them. And hit. And down. So yeah, once you get behind them, they're easy enough. That big one you can actually break as well, plus this one here. Don't ever roll through them. I said it before. Don't roll through them. It is tempting to just roll through jars. You will completely cover yourself, and it won't wear off quickly enough, and you'll get poisoned. This guy here, just try and bait him and bring him back here. He's really quick. I was not expecting him to be there so quickly. Yeah, if you run past him and fight him in the other room, there's actually 2 of the headless type rogue things in there. Yeah, and you don't want to be taking those on with this guy at all. That is a big trouble. They're simple enough as well, even though I made it look difficult. So I'm going to run past. There are archers on the other side, so that's why I'm running past. And then 2 are going to drop down from here, 1 with a shield. So try and kill the first one quickly. I was not quick enough. The ones with the shields are not that bad. It is the other ones, which we'll see after. There is a summon here as well. If you are in human form, feel free to get Devotee Scarlet to help you out. I'm not going to bring her in, just in case you aren't in human form. And I'll show you everything, how to do it on your own. Now there are 2 archers on the right hand side. You can see them above me there. And one's going to spring from behind. Peekaboo. So yeah, bring him this way. If you don't want a pike, you don't need to go and open this chest. Just leave it. But if you want a pike, it's there. So yeah, those ones with the kind of single Wolverine claw, maybe, I don't know, you might call it that. Yeah, they have a combo that is slightly delayed in the way they use it. It's really annoying. It can really mess you up stagger you back, and there's not much you can do about it at all. You're going to see it later, and it does kill me because there are two of them and they do it one after another. So I'm going to run up here, and there's going to be another one of those big guys with a shield, and there's actually going to be that fog there is a bonfire, but we're just going to get rid of this guy first. So this fan here, there's actually a path leading up to it. There's probably going to be some sign on the floor as well for you, telling you we're going to set this this fan on fire. This windmill, I don't know what it's actually called, turbine. Yeah, let's go with that. On fire, and that's going to remove the poison from the boss arena and the poison pools from down below. It's very, very important you do that. Do not go up those stairs yet either. It's very important that you do what I'm about to do. So go to the bonfire, light it. Don't sit at it though, unless you really need to. Light it, and then press triangle to toggle, and you'll see light torch come up, which will allow you to light a torch off the bonfire. Now run over to the turbine and just walk up to it gently, not gently, carefully, and then you'll see set a light turn up, and then set it alight, set everything on fire. Now this is going to remove the poison from the boss area. That's very important, because if you don't, you will have to fight the boss while being poisoned the whole time. Run up here and quickly, if you can, kill both of them. One of them will try and run through this door and shut this door on you, and you'll have to go round. Now I'm actually going to go round anyway, in case it happens to you, because it would be pointless just saying do this and then it happens anyway. Yeah, watch out for that trap there. So I'm going to go the right way around and show you how to get around to the other side to unlock that gate again. And that's up here. With more of these guys, I think they're called mannequins. I'm not actually sure. I just know that they are annoying. Like that one is kicking me down the ladder again. And up. So yeah, watch out. There's two of them. They were hiding behind the wall, so you can kind of bait them. There's one going to be here. He's going to jump over. And there's going to be one on the opposite side. And there's also one at the far down at the end of that corridor there that's shooting arrows. So stick to the wall so you don't get hit by the arrows. And then we're going to run down, get him. Flame butterfly. That's for lighting torches on the fly. The butterfly. Nope, that was bad, sorry. There's another pyromancer off to the side here. Don't worry, she can't hit you, so just wait for the attack, drop down. There is a guy here, so kill him. And then, unfortunately, this is a big one. Chances are you are going to get poisoned. Just deal with it. It's fine. If you have a long weapon, you can do it with that. Now, this is the point where I'm going to die because I messed this up completely. So I'm going to actually not show the run back, but I run back here in a moment. I just go through the bonfire, up the stairs, up the ladder, come back round. So I'm going to die because I'm waiting for the poison to wear off. There are two. I know these guys have killed me in the past when I've been practicing. I don't know why I struggle with these two. I really do not know why. But you're going to see their attack there. This one, that attack there, you see there's a slight delay in the way they do it. It staggers you back. Even if you have your shield up, it just breaks straight through you. So it's a real pain, so do watch out. A tactic I thought of, and I'm now going to use, is I'm going to drop down, get them to drop down. They can't just straight up jump up. I'm just waiting for the poison to wear off again. As I'm going to use the ladder. It almost works perfectly. But if you drop down and then run up the ladder again, they have to climb the ladder. I nearly get this one straight away, but he sort of moves forward, so it's happened. You can see the delay in that attack. They are so quick in the way they come through with it, and it nearly happens again. It's a good job I'm not recording this or anything. There, finally. I mean, they're so easy to defeat as well. It's a couple of hits each, and then eventually we'll go through here, and then there's going to be this one because I have died. All the enemies have respawned. This is the guy that would run through and shut the gate. He always spawns there now, and then you'd use this switch here and open that gate. So we're on the other side of that gate that we were on before. So that's how you get round if it got shut on you. Then we're going to go through here, and we're going to go and speak to, I've forgotten his name, but he's the ladder guy. The Irish ladder guy. You idiot. So speak to him, and then we're going to pay him 2,000 souls to drop a ladder down. This is just to get a Pharros stone, so do it anyway, because you might as well go and get the Lockstone. And then just exhaust his dialogue, learn his gesture. Prostration, sorry. And then you can see he's got a few things for sale. The most important thing is this little ladder thing here. The ladder miniature. We need that for a set of side quests later on. Similar, if you've done Demon Souls, similar to that, where you have to kill certain NPCs, but you can just buy certain things off them or get awarded certain things off them and use that as proof as killing them. So we're going to buy that ladder, the miniature off him later on. So exhaust all dialogue with him, and he'll go back to Majula. He's one of the ones we need to send back. It's very important that he does go back. In fact, the big pit in the middle of Majula, you can buy ladders off him that he will put down there and help us get down there. And if you spend a certain amount with him, which we will be doing eventually, we will get a trophy for that as well. So he is very important, actually, that guy. So make sure you don't hit him as well for a start. Now we're going to use this lift. This is actually a lift. This is the room where the two guys were. First, I was going to ride it up, but then I thought we'll go and get the Pyromancer first. There is actually something underneath as well. Just a couple of things here. But if you go up to the top, there is a chest with a shield in it. But there's also Pyromancer up there, so we'll go and kill her first. Another one of these big guys at the top of the stairs here. Watch out for the pots. They are the big ones that will poison you. And there's actually going to be a couple of spells we're going to get here as well. So there's some important stuff coming up that you'll need to get. So there's one there and there's one to the left. The one on the left doesn't usually attack me right away. So I'm waiting for the attack. There's a big one, you want to block that. But as soon as she has attacked, you can go in. She's dropped down, that's fine. We'll leave her there. I've got green legs. Slowly getting poisoned, but it's alright. This is a wooden chest, so watch out you don't hit it. And then open it up for Pharros Lockstone. May get a poison cloud, so that does actually tip me over and gets me poisoned, which is a bit annoying, to be honest. But what can you do about it? Well, not open the chest, I suppose. And now you can see we're going to get Great Heavy Soul Arrow next. That is going to be down there. So I was actually going to go round a different way first. Pate is down there. You may remember him from Forest of the Fallen Giant. I'm just getting turned around for a minute. I was going to go up. No, we're not going up that way either. No, we're going to go this way. Trust me, I know what I'm doing. We're going to go down here. So watch out for the guy drop behind. We're not going to jump across and get that item. We're going to drop down here and get Great Heavy Soul Arrow. And that's going to bring us full circle to where we just were. So yes, Pate, you may remember him. He was outside that gate and he spoke to us and warned us about the gate in Forest of the Fallen Giants. Forest of Fallen Giants. So yeah, if you have summoned him in the past and speak to him now, you may have summoned him for some of the boss fights. If you speak to him now, he's going to give you all of his stuff. Pate's shield, spear, everything. So don't worry if you don't get this. It's not particularly a bad thing. It's not at all. But if you want to look like him, you now can. And he gives you the Ring of Thorns as well, which is it's very heavy. It's a very heavy ring, and it kind of damages enemies. It's weird. It kind of builds up. You have to take damage, and then eventually it will do damage of its own to enemies. But it's very heavy, and it works off percentages. It doesn't always work. There's always a chance it won't work, and yeah, I'm not going to use it. I'll go up here, get the Mirrah Shield. And yeah, we're nearly done here, nearly done. We're just going to go and get the Lightning Spear Miracle now, so we're going to drop down once more. So we're going to go back past Pate and drop down. I don't know why I walked into this door. It looked to me like the door was on the opposite side. I don't know why I did that. So drop down once again. We're above where that chest was with the Pike in now. So if you go underneath here, you'll find Lightning Spear, which is a miracle. And now we're going to go finally sort of continue on towards the boss. There's actually a very short area to run through if you know exactly where to go. So this, I almost die again here. So I forgot, because I've died and respawned the enemies, these two will drop down again. And I was not ready for it at all. And I'm poisoned and they're hitting and... yeah, I've got no Estus Flasks. I've only got life gems and I've not got anything set up. So this isn't going well. And life gems are so slow at healing. I'm just going to have to go for it. And I get there. Luckily, that life gem is fighting that poison damage there. That was a close one. So yes, if you die, enemies come back. It's not like I've not played these games before. So yeah, he'll be back. Don't worry, you can just walk straight past him. I'm going to go run up, and we're going to go up the ladder and continue this way now. And I'm all flustered because of that attack, so I even step on that trap there as well, which I don't think I've ever done before. Well, apart from since the first time I did it. So I'm just going to poison myself again now, because there's an illusionary wall behind these pots, which has the spell Quartz ring behind it, the +1 version. And that helps with magic defense. So if there are magic bosses later on, we can put that on, and it will help with our defense. So it's nice to actually get a backstab on one of these for once, because they're usually facing you. And yeah, just grab that. It's worth the poisoning, because we're about to go to a bonfire anyway. So I'm just going to quickly show you the ring from before as well. So we've got the spell Quartz ring, so you should have quite a few now. The Ring of Thorns, this is the one with the ring sort of counter attacks, but it is very heavy. So I'm just using a few of these life gems here, because I know there is an enemy coming up and I am kind of poisoned. So I'm just going to run now for straight past it, so he's going to drop down. It's one of those rat guys. They are so quick and on you, it's ridiculous. He must have travelled through that wall to be able to do what he did then. So they are actually fairly easy to take care of. So we'll quickly run past up here, and there's going to be 2 more illusionary walls. One of them is a Petrified Something. We'll get that first. So again, we'll take this to the crow later on. But it is random, so I can't really say that you are going to get this and it's good. But you can get some good stuff from trading them in. And then on the opposite side here is going to be a bonfire, which is excellent because we're directly above the boss fog right now. So it's a good one to light there. And obviously I'm going to just sit at it quickly, get my Estus flasks back. And now I'm just going to go into another room briefly. It's full of poison again, of course it is. Lots of poison jars, lots of those poison ant things. So don't worry if you get poisoned. Obviously we're right next to a bonfire here. This chest is a mimic. Do not open this chest like you would normally open a chest. Instead hit it and run away is probably the best option, because it will poison itself with the jar directly ahead of it. And by the time it gets to the top here, it will pretty much be dead. And there you go. So yeah, mimics, if you just open a chest, they grab you, I'm sure you know, and they can kill you pretty quickly. They do hit extremely hard as well. Yeah, you want to stick to the side with them. Don't get behind them, because they can sort of flop over and get you as well. Yeah, don't be in front or behind them. This Lockstone is a trick one, almost, kind of. Don't open it. If you haven't lit that turbine from before, it will put a poison pool in front of you and you'll just get poisoned. If you have lit it, like we have, it will put like a rejuvenating water in a trough. There's like a trough in front of it, which gets rid of poison and heals you. But we don't need that, so don't waste your Lockstone. There are quite a few of these. There's more of those Lockstone, those Pharros locks that are useless than are actually helpful. So you need to know which ones to choose, because there are only a set amount of the actual Lockstones. So yeah, I'm getting him to poison himself this time as well. Bring him down here. The reason I'm not fighting him where he is because there's a Pyromancer to the right hand side. So we'll get rid of her just before we go and do the boss. See, we're nearly done on time here. the bosses for this area, if you've got rid of the poison, is very, very easy. Because we're going to bring a summon in. I am not actually human as well. I've not changed back yet. I will do that in a minute. We're going to bring a summon in, the Jester, who is a Pyromancer and is extremely good against this boss. All you need to do is take the boss's attention and let the Jester do the rest of the work, really. He hits really hard with his Pyromancies. So there are actually 2 of these guys, so you want to get 1 at a time. And you got 2 of the crawling ones as well. Yeah, I thought he did. He did. He dropped an item. The Silver Black Spear. Yeah, backstabs is very strange on this game. The hitbox is not always on their back. You'd think it's just on their back. It's not. It's usually on their shoulder. You sort of have to get a feel for it. You see, I missed it then. I was trying to do it then, but I missed it. You sort of get a feel. All the enemies have a different sort of spot that you need to get, especially when they do certain attacks. So Jester Thomas, let's get Thomas in to help us. And then we'll go and do this boss. Mytha the Baneful Queen. She's a Gorgon. Poison everywhere. So you can see as soon as you go through here, there's a poison pool in front of you. Run through it. So if you hadn't have done the fan, this whole place would be poison. And obviously you'd get poisoned very quickly. If she throws her head, get away from it. It does give you a good chance to attack her because she has to dive back and go and get it. You can see how little damage I do and how much Jester Thomas does. So fighting her is quite simple. It's just a kind of be patient. Watch her moves. She does have big sweeping attacks like that. But, I mean, you can just sit back. Just keep her attention. If she gets knocked out a bit like that, go in, do a bit of damage. Watch out for any grabs, so be circling her as well. And that's it. That's how good Jester Thomas is in this fight. So yeah, definitely bring that guy in and help out. And that's it. That is this area done. We are going to Iron Keep now, but that is not going to be the next video. We're going to do Black Gulch next. Iron Keep's a bit more difficult, so I'm going to do that a bit later on once we're a bit leveled up. So I've just cut out the lift there, but it's a long lift ride up. And then we're going to go into Iron Keep, but we're not going to do it yet. So if you go down to the left, there's the bonfire. And we'll travel back to Majula, but I'm not going to do any leveling, and you don't either. We need the souls to buy some ladders. So keep whatever souls you have, and we'll spend them at the beginning of the next episode, the next video. We're going to buy some ladders so we can get down the hole in the middle of Majula. So I'm just checking what stones she has, but that's it for this video. It's nothing I need right now. Right, thanks very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.